Hi everyone, I'm going to go through some questions for exam 1 coming up. Also, this document is available to you. I want to just talk through these. So can I use my notes, electronic notes, such as an iPad or your textbook? Yes. The only main restriction is that you cannot work with other students. You need to work by yourself. You can use Excel. On the day of the exam, for the 8 a.m. section, you'll have between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. to complete the exam. For the 5 p.m. section, you'll have between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. to complete the exam. Once you begin the exam, you'll have roughly an hour to complete it. I've added in a little bit of buffer time to account for Proctorio and going back into Canvas. If I did receive a letter from DSPS, Disability Services, you'll have double the exam time. It depends on your accommodation. What happens if for some reason MyStatLab bumps you out? Contact me immediately and I'll help you get logged back in. The time that you're not taking the exam won't count against you. So you'll still have the full hour to actually be in MyStatLab completing the exam. We're gonna use Proctorio. Hopefully you have enabled this already. Once you see Proctorio successfully enabled, you'll get a screen like this. I do show you in the video coming up how to disable Proctorio and re-enable it if you need to. Sometimes that can actually fix all the problems that you may be experiencing in Proctorio, so disabling it and re-enabling it. For Proctorio, you're going to need Google Chrome. You're also going to need a webcam and a microphone. The one built into your computer is fine. And then a quiet location by yourself. That's the important part, is you're completing this exam on your own. What will Proctorio monitor for? Mostly that you're taking the exam on your own, right? This is open note, so it's essentially looking for, are you by yourself completing the exam? It does also monitor your screen activity. If you're experiencing any issues, again, I first recommend disabling Proctorio and then adding the extension again. There's also a good website and 24/7 support for Proctorio. You can also always contact me. Now, on the day of the exam, I want you to go through this checklist. I also input a video here how to disable and re-enable Proctorio, and that's listed here in the step C. The main part of using Proctorio is that first you need to go onto Canvas using Google Chrome. Once you're in Canvas, you're going to find the correct quiz, and then on exam day, you'll find the quiz that's labeled Exam 1. Once you're in that quiz in Canvas, you'll go through the Proctorio Pre-Checks. So it'll look at your webcam, your microphone, things like that. If you're having issues with either your webcam or your microphone, try looking at these settings here in Google Chrome. You shouldn't be asked for a password for either the exam in Proctorio or in Canvas. If you are asked for a password in Proctorio, there's information here on page 7 of this guide. Then once you have Proctorio started, your webcam will be monitored. Then you'll go into MyStatLab, you'll find the correct exam, you'll take the exam, you'll click submit, you'll be done in MyStatLab, then you'll return to Canvas. You'll answer just one question, select true, then you're done with MyStatLab, you're done with Canvas, and you just completed your first exam. Okay, so next I'm actually going to go through the whole process, and I've shared my screen to do that. Hi everyone, I'm going to talk through setting up Proctorio. So under modules, and by the way, this is just a sample Canvas course. In our Canvas courses, go to modules and find the topic here. Then you should have already clicked on Secure Exam Proctor. And you should see this because you already have it set up. I am going to show you how to uninstall it and then reinstall it. So we go here to these triple dots, go to More Tools, then go to Extensions. We have all of our extensions here. I'm going to remove Proctorio. And then I'm going to go back here. It's showing that I don't have Proctorio installed yet. So if you haven't done that, you would see something like this. I also wanted to show you how to uninstall it and then reinstall it if you need to. So we go here. Then we're prompted with this. I'm going to say add to Chrome. And yes, I want to add the extension. Okay, so it should show me this icon. Proctorio has been added to Chrome. Okay, so we're all good on that. Now when we come back to this page, we should be able to click next. And then And then going back here, now we've done this. I also showed you how to uninstall it and reinstall it. Now, I highly recommend you look at the sample Proctorio quiz and you complete that by Friday at noon. That way, if you have any issues, you can email me and I can still try to help you before the weekend. You're gonna click on this on exam day, but go through this practice quiz first to work with Proctorio. And then once you're in Proctorio, you'll complete the exam actually in MyStatLab, but you have to go through this to enable Proctorio. So I'm gonna click on this and I see these directions here. These directions are also gonna be available in a Word document that I'll talk you through as well. So you're gonna be in Canvas, you're gonna find the correct quiz, either under quizzes or modules. Right now we're in the sample quiz. On exam day, you'll want to click the Math 202 Exam 1 quiz in Canvas. From there, you'll have the quiz open. You'll have Proctorio already installed on your browser. The next step in this quiz is going to be going through the Proctorio Pre-Checks. That way, Proctorio will then be enabled. Once Proctorio is enabled, you're going to navigate to MyStatLab as usual, so clicking on this tab, going into your MyStatLab account, finding the exam, completing the exam. Once you're done in MyStatLab with the exam, you'll come back to Canvas. You'll answer one question on this quiz, this practice quiz, and on the quiz for exam 1. And then you'll be done with Proctorio, you'll be done in MyStatLab, you'll be done in Canvas. So let me talk you through it. Here we clicked on the practice quiz so far and we enabled Proctorio. Now I'm gonna click Take Quiz. And now we're prompted with these pre-checks. So now I'm gonna click Start Exam Pre-Checks. It is looking for a webcam, a microphone, how good your internet connection is, and then it's asking me to share my screen. The window that pops up when it's asking you to share your screen looks like this. Once you click on this, you're gonna click Share. Once you click Share, then we'll have a check mark for the desktop. If your webcam or microphone does not give permission to Proctorio to access these, I gave you directions on the Microsoft Word sheet to do so. So now because we've gone through these pre-checks, we should see ourselves here. I'm gonna click Next. And before doing that, use the restroom, get water, get comfy, get your notes, get whatever you need out. Begin camera test, asking me to smile in 3, 2, 1. Then we're gonna read this exam agreement. I'm gonna click I accept, begin exam now. Now what we've done at this point is we've gone into the practice quiz, we've started it with Proctorio already enabled. Then once we go through the check-ins, we're able to see this now on Canvas. Now we just used Canvas to get Proctorio set up. When we come back to finish out the quiz, this is the one question I was talking about. So after you complete your MyStatLab exam, you'll click True, but we haven't done that yet. So now I need to go to MyStatLab. Gonna move this over. Okay, so now once Proctorio is enabled, I'm gonna go over to My Lab and Mastering. I'm going to go into My Lab and Mastering account. Once I'm in My Lab and Mastering, we're gonna find our assignments the same way we finish up our homework assignments. So here is our practice test for Proctorio. You'll see one of these in your MyStatLab, and you'll also see on exam day, you'll see a link for the actual exam. So I'm gonna go in here, and I'm still being monitored by Proctorio. So once I clicked on that practice quiz link, it'll take me to this. On exam day, you'll click on the exam 1 link, and it'll take you to the actual exam. But here's our practice test. Click Start Test. For the practice test, it doesn't matter what you say here. It can be true, false, incorrect, or correct. It doesn't matter. Just gonna put some answers in. You have to click Submit Test. And then I am done with my practice test. Of course, for exam 1, you'll go through and do all the questions for exam 1 and click Submit. Now the last step is to go back to Canvas. Once you have finished your exam in MyStatLab, you'll return to this quiz in Canvas. The only thing left to do now to finish up and then have Proctorio disabled is to answer here, true, submit the quiz, and you are officially done with taking exam 1 through Proctorio. Congratulations. Okay, so in summary, you want to open up a quiz in Canvas first, enable Proctorio, then go into MyStatLab, complete the exam in MyStatLab, hit submit, return to Canvas, answer true, and then submit the quiz in Canvas, and then Proctorio will be disabled. Okay, please definitely do the practice quiz, go through these directions before Friday. Let me know if you have any issues at all. And you will be doing this for exam 1 early next week. So the 8 a.m. section, your exam's on Monday, and for the 5 p.m. section, your exam is on Tuesday. Okay, let me know if you have any questions.